Zoro, what are you doing? Grand Theft Auto. Alright, what's up my painters? Today, this is as far as we're going to be going today, my second update for Spookytoberfest. And this is actually, it's going to be a let's paint a Mourngul, because obviously not a lot of people might have this model, but maybe someone out there might have a model, and they'll want to know how to paint it. So also in this video, I'm going to be painting and glazing, doing selective glazing in this model. And the only color you're gonna really need is the Fang, and some water, and maybe if you want some thinner medium by Vallejo. So that's about it, and we're basically gonna be building up to what's on the shoulder pad here, except it's gonna be a little bit lighter too. It's gonna be another final highlight, and you know, obviously the transition from the purple to the light blue is gonna be a lot more smoother. But this is George, and he's just my test model for when I want to try out new colors and stuff like that. He's the same as George, and he was another model that got ruined by Heinzel. So also that I'm doing that and talking about the Sisters of Battle new Codex, because I just got it yesterday. I downloaded it onto my phone, and so yeah, if you're here for that too, you guys can just you know, put this video off to the side and just listen to it while I'm painting this, or you know, you can just watch it too, but you don't really have to watch the whole entire thing, because I'm just selectively glazing over the raised areas a bit of the model. As you can see, you see a bit of a color difference. So that's about it for today. I'll see you guys next time for my next Spookytober update or Let's Paint. Thanks guys, happy wargaming. Gotta go see the lady boss today. Alright, what's up hobbyists? This is Paul here, and this is my second update for Spookytoberfest. So as you can see, I've done quite a bit to the model, to the Mourngul itself, throughout the whole entire period that I've been uploading my older videos. So as you can see, I base coated it, and then I haven't touched the horse though. I'm going to do that for last, and I've also painted other little bits and stuff, such as the nails in the mouth, which I just pre-shaded with just a wash. So here are the colors I used for the mouth. I did a pre-shading of Baal red, and then I did the skin. I did the skin with the Fang as a base coat, and then I gave it a wash of Druchii violet, and then I went over the nails with a Rakarth Flesh base coat. So that's all I did. I just did the wash in the mouth, Baal red, just so I can just try to fill in the gaps as much as I can before I go in there with actual paint. And then I did the hair too as well, because I didn't want if I'm doing the hair, I didn't want it to, after everything, I didn't want it to ruin the skin, so I did it first, got right down to it, and what I did for that was I did a base coat of Abaddon Black, and then I did a, what was it? A dry brushing of, what's that color at? Celestra Grey. My Celestra Grey. I just dry brushed the whole entire hair model, and then I did a final lighter dry brush of Ulthuan Grey, and I focused more of the heavier Ulthuan Grey dry brush on the upper areas of the hair. And then for the Celestra Grey, I kept it, I did the whole hair, but I just kept it really light along the whole entire head until I got to the Ulthuan Grey, and then it made it more stark here, more lighter and more concentrated because, you know, it's older hair. So obviously he's getting older, the hair will be a lot wider more near his roots as it's growing out. And then I just went over it with a glaze of Nuln Oil. Okay, so that's that to tie in the entire all the hair. And then now what I'm doing is I'm doing I'll call it selective glazing. And what it is I use the Fang again, and I water it down, 1 part paint, 8 parts water, and 2 parts thinner medium again. And then what I did is I just I glazed parts, all these areas, and I leave the darker colors in the recesses. And this is actually my second attempt of filming this video, because yesterday everyone was sleeping at night and I couldn't really talk that loud, so I had to move to a different room, and that room had completely terrible lighting. So anyways, so I showed you guys that I tried to show you guys that I did that, and leave the darker colors in the recesses, and then it's starting to look nicer. Obviously it's not 100% great looking right now because you're still starting to tie everything together. I still haven't done the whole entire body yet, but the wash really helps you define where the ridges are, and such as on the bone and this whole spinal column. It really helps you define where the areas are, such as that area like that, and it really helps you know which parts to glaze. And basically what it is really thin down, and I keep going over it again and again and again, probably about like 7 to 8 layers of glazes, and then it brings it up to a nicer blue. But it's kind of hard to see unless you hold it in the light, or you really kind of hide the colors or the light out, just like that. And then what it does is it makes transitions a bit more smoother, and I'm not really a big fan of wet blending, and I found that this technique really helps a lot. So I'm going to show you guys how to do it a bit. So you get some paint on your paintbrush, and you want to wipe down quite a bit of your paint, so it's almost like a dry brush, but not really. And then you go over it multiple times, and I think I'm almost out of paint. So as you can see, I'm just going over the models, and you can see the color starts to build over the course of multiple layers. So anyways, if you didn't see, I uploaded the older videos just so I can get it out of my computer, and they've been sitting there for a really long time. So I really needed to get them out of the way. This process is kind of slow. It takes about 20 minutes for the glaze to like really take effect of layers upon layers. Now for these little tiny areas, basically what I do is I just go over it like a dry brush, and it leaves the colors in the recesses. And the great thing about this is that you don't really have to use a lot of paint either. The new Sisters of Battle Codex came out yesterday, and I picked it up, and there's some good things and there's some bad things, obviously. I've always wanted to start a Sisters of Battle army, and it's funny because I recently started looking into it about actually starting my army now with a Grey Knights allies, and lo and behold, they come out with a new update for the Codex of the White Dwarf Codex. So that was really cool, and I even have the old PDF file of the Codex that people put together because there weren't any codexes for the Sisters of Battle. So I have that too. And in comparison, it's fairly similar. Major differences include faith, how faith works, and they ixnayed Archconfessor Kirinov and the whole entire Archconfessor HQ choice. They took it all out, and then they also let's see, they also, and faith, faith can only be used once per game now, and instead of faith points, it is more of it's you have to pass a leadership test, and if you fail it, then your attempt is lost and you can't use it anymore. You can't attempt it anymore unless you have probably a Simulacrum Imperialis. And if you're a Sisters of Battle player, you'll know what that is. It's kind of like a hard looking like emblem on a stick. It's an emblem on a stick, basically what it is, and it allows you to attempt to do your your act of faith twice per game, regardless of whether you pass or fail the first time. So if you pass the first time, you can attempt to do it again, and then that'll essentially give you another act of faith for your game. And I am almost out of paint. So since that came out, it was really funny because when I was notified actually that Games Workshop will be releasing a new Sisters of Battle Codex, I knew right away that they had to really they were going to do some changes with the products being sold. And so they started going on like one-click collection sales and stuff like that. And so I really jumped onto the train, I mean. And I purchased a collection of Repentia, and that included 6 Repentias and one mistress. One mistress and so it was 6 Repentia, 1 mistress, and then I also bought a separate blister pack of 3 Repentia, which essentially giving me 9 Repentia and 1 mistress, a squad of 10. So now you can see the glaze really started to take effect now. It started to lighten up the skin, and it's starting to look bluer now. And I'm going to extend it over to the arms as well. And the back is done. And then basically what I'm going to do after that is I'm going to keep building up, and every time I build up I add a little bit more white to the mixture. And so it will basically be a light blue, a sort of light blue Mourngul with purple in the crevices, some purple accents. And I really wanted to try to do a skin tone regarding it's more influenced by, I think it was Tzeentch, I believe, but it is like that demon right there. I really wanted to try that out, but maybe with my own little twist to it. Probably not as good as that, because that is amazing, but somewhere along that line I wanted to try it. It's getting there, I guess. But anyways, let me just get some more paint, and I'll show you guys how we can keep on doing this. I'll be right back. Okay, so I've got some more paint on my palette here. And we're going to keep on going with this glaze. And that's essentially what we're going to do. I'm going to go over this area again with the glaze. So about that Sisters of Battle thing, a major update about the Repentia actually is that since it's just a one-use act of faith, the Repentia can actually their act of faith has been updated in the sense that instead of just getting one attack, if they die, they stay around until they get one attack left at the end of the combat phase. At initiative 1, I think. Instead of that, they have a 3+ feel no pain. So essentially, it's a power armor, feel no pain, on top of their shield of faith. And shield of faith, is still 6 up invul save. And then if they fail that, then they have the 3+ invul save, provided that they pass their leadership test. And their leadership is leadership 9, which is fairly high, pretty standard, and pretty standard of any like ultramarine, and it's a pretty high chance that they'll pass. But the only drawback is that you can only use it once per game. However, Uriah Jacobus, now he also got a update, and he would actually really benefit this army in the sense that his special rule now, instead of re-rolling acts of faith, he and his unit can actually attempt another act of faith. And essentially, I think he had this war gear where it allows him to automatically pass his leadership, which basically gives you two free acts of faith if he's inside the Repentia squad. So if because he's a Ministerium priest, and those guys are meant to charge into combat. And then Ministerium priests they got the nice buffer that they needed, and I think maybe I'm gonna start fielding them too, since they're only now like 25 points a model, and they have a bunch of really good buffers that can really help the Sisters of Battle in close combat. Oh, sorry guys, I'm sorry, I'm out of focus. So you can see the blue really started to take over. As soon as it dries, I always go over it again with the glaze to really lighten up bring out the blue. Go do the arm now. I'm going to see my lady boss later today. It's been a while. But that new online Sisters of Battle Codex it's fun. I mean, it's for iBook only, and I have an iPhone, so I'm pretty sure I'm going to be reading that during most of my lectures, and I'm not going to be paying attention in class. Oh, Games Workshop, why must you do this to me now? But anyways, I was watching Warboss Tay's videos, I was on YouTube while doing my homework a bit, and he mentioned me in one of his videos. It was really cool. Everything got really quiet in my house all of a sudden. But anyways, I'm home alone. So yeah. But he mentioned me in one of his videos, and that was really awesome. To me, he's I'm not like I'm not ward riding him or whatever. It's I try to keep it G-rated, but to me, he's one of the best painters that I've ever seen, and his videos really helped me a lot, and it actually got me back into the 40K game, and it really helped me with my painting skills, especially with the Tau, because that video, those videos of his Tau videos really were the only driving force that got me back into the hobby. Before that, I was just doing airsoft, and I started to get really tired of it. And now with this hobby, I can't get tired of it, because there's always so much new models, and there's always new painting skills to be mastered, and it's nobody's perfect, so everyone can always benefit from a little bit more knowledge. So that's that. But anyways, I digress. If you're watching this, send me a PM. Send me your address. I'd really like to surprise you with something. I think you'll like it, and I really don't want anything in return. I really don't. I just want to extend generosity from the community to you, Tay. I really want to extend it, and you're right about the community being such a nice group of people. I feel really at home, and I keep going out of focus. I'm so sorry, guys. This glazing thing is really tiresome, but I feel really at home when I'm at places like Games Workshop, and there's nerdy people, and there's some of those people who really would benefit from taking a shower, but I feel really at home, and heck, being a nerd just I don't know, it makes me, I feel comfortable, like I fit in somewhere. And my friends think it's funny because they see this big, hunked out guy, where a lot of people would expect me that my only hobbies would be the gym and like airsoft and stuff like that, and they don't expect to see me hunkered down over under a lamp and painting a little tiny model, and then talking about a bunch of lore, like I'm like some Dungeons and Dragons player. But they don't expect it, and when they saw it, they thought it was really funny. But it was really cool how I can paint and stuff, some really cool looking models. I'm so sorry, guys, I keep going out of focus. But anyways, yeah, send me a PM, and like, give me your address. I'd really like to extend some generosity, the same generosity that Kevin and stuff sent me. Except the model will be a surprise, and I think you'll really like it. I've noticed that you did a lot of Empire, Empire and like fantasy based models, and I really love the fantasy line. They have such amazing models, and I really would like to start playing, but that would mean so much painting. I would really love to do Bretonnians though, because they have a really cool night look to them that reminds me a lot of Dark Souls. It's really Dark Souls-esque. So I'm just doing this now. And every once in a while my paint runs out, my brush runs out of paint, so I Had to re-dip it and reapply my paint. And it's really scary painting this model because I can't rest any of my fingers on a certain body part for too long because it feels so flimsy. Like that area, it just bends down, and it's really scary because I feel like I'm gonna break the model or something. Again, I'm really sorry that I keep going out of focus. But anyways, those Rapentia though, it's funny because they came in yesterday, which is the day that the Codex dropped. So that I'm really looking forward to painting those, and I'm thinking about painting them next month, in November, just so I can take a picture of them and make them my YouTube cover photo, because I need a really cool one. You know, all you painters out there have these really cool like cover photos of the models you've painted all assembled in a line and stuff, like you guys are walking out to a battle, and I think it's so cool. I seriously think it's so cool. I just want a really cool YouTube cover photo. Okay, I'm just totally butchering up this paint job right here. Gotta fix it. Focus and fix. Man, filming and painting at the same time is so hard. Also, if you guys haven't seen, there's another channel that's really amazing. Flashgit, or not Flashgits, Old Git. I don't know why, but the community is really close together, and this painting community is really close together, and you know, one YouTuber always leads to another YouTuber, and they're all so amazing. And I think that YouTube channels like these that, you know, give back to the community by showing tutorials and videos really benefit the community, and we need a lot more of that in this. And yeah. Oh, also in the new Codex, I forgot, Sisters of Battle. Oh, the Ministerium Priests actually can, I think you get a bunch of special rules with them. I need to go over them, but I will address them in another video, possibly when I'm painting the Rapentia, mainly because I'll be pulling them out, and I'm going to be buying more models again to hopefully start up a little tiny army, or at least collect the ones that I think will go out of print, because I was really, when I saw yesterday that Archconfessor Kirinov was ixnayed, I was kind of panicky, and I was like, oh no, like what if he was like a really cool model? I don't know. And then I just looked him up on eBay, and he wasn't my slice of cheese, you know what I'm saying? And he's not that great of a model. I'm sorry, it's cool and all, but it's not that great of a model. Not my cup of tea. What time is it? It is 1:28. Okay, so I'm going to keep going. I still have time to be doing this video, and hopefully I'll finish it tonight, and I'll show you guys what's the dealio. You guys don't have to be watching this the whole entire time. You guys can just leave it on again for like a podcast style and just listen to me ramble. But the new Codex is really amazing. Dominion squads now have, if you pass their act of faith, they allow you to get ignore cover. All their weapons get ignore cover, and up to 4 of them, can take meltas and flamers and heavy bolters and storm bolters. And I think that's amazing. That would really help a lot because they have the scout special rule, so they're going to be in the front harassing everybody first. And if they have melta and there's a tank behind cover, essentially you can send them in, and what a lot of people do is they make them a suicide tank hunting crew, basically, and they send them in, and if they have the ignore cover special rule, then basically that tank is screwed with melta. So anyways, what I'm planning on doing with the Repentia is I'm going to jack a Retributor squad's Rhino, and then I probably attach Uri Jacobus into a model, into their unit maybe. I don't know. I'm not sure yet, but maybe not. Either I'll have them with that suicide unit, because they're most likely going to die. The Repentia squad are going to die. But before they die, I really want them to take out a kind of a big important unit of the enemies, such as a monstrous creature, or a big walkers, or some tanks and stuff. He's going to die. So either Uri Jacobus is going to be with them, and he may die and get the... I believe he has Martyr too. But if he dies, then, they get the Martyr rule gets activated, and that will kind of benefit somebody. It's kind of like the old 4th edition strategy of ixnaying your... getting rid of your ethereal during a Tau army, and then just to get the preferred enemy special rule. It's kind of like that. But also Saint Celestine, also her act of faith was changed, in the sense that, and her weapon, in the sense that she cannot keep resurrecting herself. She can only be resurrected once. But if you have, I think, if she's in like a unit with, she joins a unit with a Simulacrum Imperialis, then of course maybe she can be resurrected twice. But if she dies, then basically your whole entire Sisters unit is basically dead. So I don't know. Maybe with her and Uri Jacobus come together to make like a kind of a Death Star unit, and that will be... I know Death Star units aren't really a big strategy, a very viable strategy anymore in 6th edition, but I mean, heck, just having them both together on the field is going to be quite scary. I think Ministorian Priests look really cool. I mean, I have those 2 Eviscerator Priests coming in, and I want to use them in an army. So I think, and they don't count against the Force Organization slot either. So that's kind of a bonus. I mean, you can have them, roaming a bunch of fields. Roaming the field, you can have, I think 0 to 5 Ministorian Priests in your army, and they're only 25 points each. So, I mean, take a Eviscerator and a Plasma Gun, and you basically have the only Plasma Gunner in your whole entire army. Heck, get a Ministorian Priest and put him with a Retributor squad, and give him some Ecclesiarchy relics. And I think they have one that I need to check again, but I believe they have another one that allows you to basically automatically pass your leadership test for any like morale based like leadership tests. So basically automatically passing their act of faith, essentially. And heck, put him with a Retributor squad, have them have their guns be rending again for their act of faith, and basically wreak havoc on the enemy with just a squad of 4 heavy bolters. And then, or you can have Uriah Jacobus back there with the Ministorian priest. So basically they'll be holding the backfield objective and deterring anybody from, you know, wanting to charge in there, or simultaneous deep strikes, you know, with those vanilla marines and such. You'll really deter those deep strikes, those derp strikes, I should say. Simultaneous. If you guys played Dawn of War, you guys will know what I'm talking about. Boreal. Simultaneous deep strikes. Okay, so as you can see, it really, the glaze really benefits the whole model, as it really lightens up the entire model. And ooh, let me just get that. I need to get that. And let's see. What else is there? Oh yeah, Saint Celestine's Ardent Blade can't wound on a strictly 4+ like a venom gun, like a venomed blade or something like that anymore. It literally is only like, you know, inside the before older editions, her blade doesn't get any strength bonuses, but and then basically so she can't really hurt anybody. She can't hurt I think monstrous creatures now, or she couldn't hurt anything toughness 7. So if you had a Carnifex that had that buffer where it gives it a +1 toughness, then she can't hurt it, and she's basically just there to contest and keep the Carnifex tied up until it kills her, which it will kill her in one hit if it lands it. And the thing about it is that it now the Ardent Blade doesn't wound on a 4+, but no matter what. Oh yeah, wait. It used to be able to, okay, because of the 4+, but now what it does is it essentially gives her +2 strength instead of the 4+, rolling on a 4+, so that you have a 50% chance of killing someone. So I mean, if you're going against the Marines, you're rolling on a 3+ to kill them, instead of back then when it was a 3+, a strength 3 versus a toughness 4. So that would be a roll of 5 would kill a Marine, but then later it would the blade special effect would make it only +4. So it's 50% chance of killing a Marine, which is generically what you would be playing most of the time against in 40k. You would be playing against Marine players. But now with the +2 strength boost, you essentially get to roll only 3 now to wound the Marine. That really helps the player of the Sisters of Battle. So now this video is going a little bit too long. This is supposed to be just an update, but I'll just make a let's paint video. So just, you know, if anybody out there has a Mourngul and they feel like they want to paint it my way, then they can feel free to just to tune in and just, you know, check out this video, and also listen to the new kind of semi-informal unbooking of the Sisters of Battle digital PDF. So that will about do it for today, for my update. And when I come back, I'll show you guys the results of the entire model. But I think it's done. Yeah, I mean, look at the face. The face looks nice. I mean, in the beginning it looked really bad, especially in that other room when I first tried to record everything. But it's starting to look nice, and then I'm gonna be building up with white, and I'll show you guys that when it's done. So thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Keep an eye out for my next update, and happy wargaming.